Home warranties are entering a new phase of buyer discovery. When homeowners ask ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, Copilot, Google AI Mode, or Google AI Overviews which provider is best, they are receiving an AI-generated shortlist shaped by public evidence. That shortlist can influence trust, comparison behavior, and final consideration before the buyer ever clicks through to a brand. Hey, I'm Mark Huntley, founder and CEO of CiteWorks Studio. At CiteWorks Studio, we study how brands show up across Google, AI answers, and the public sources buyers trust before making decisions, and how that visibility turns into credible citations, comparisons, and recommendations. The benchmark shows a structural shift in home warranties. Buyers are asking conversational, high-intent questions: which company is best, what coverage costs, how providers compare, and which brands they should avoid. The AI response is built from publicly available evidence, review platforms, editorial comparisons, official brand content, community discussions, and industry sources. The result is a ranked recommendation environment where public trust signals become commercial signals. For CEOs, CMOs, and growth leaders, the key point is simple: AI visibility is becoming a board-level visibility issue. The June 2026 benchmark found that recommendation power is concentrated around 3 brands. American Home Shield is the dominant recommendation leader. It appears in 68.2% of observations, earns valid recommendations in 48.7%, and holds a rank 1 rate of 31.8%. Its average recommended rank is 1.56, which means that when it appears in a shortlist, it is usually first or second. Liberty Home Guard is the strongest challenger. It appears in 63.4% of observations and earns valid recommendations in 48.6%, nearly matching American Home Shield on recommendation coverage. Its rank 1 rate is 10.6%, showing strong shortlist presence but less first position authority. Cinch Home Services holds a clear third position with 42.9% presence and 33.9% recommendation coverage. Its standout signal is the highest net sentiment score in the category, 0.913, suggesting that AI retrievable sources frame the brand very positively. The most important finding for home warranties is the gap between being mentioned and being recommended. A mention means the company name appears somewhere in an AI-generated response. A valid recommendation means the brand earns positive shortlist quality credit. Those are different commercial outcomes. Choice Home Warranty illustrates the risk. It appears in 34.3% of AI responses but earns valid recommendations in only 19.3% of observations. Select Home Warranty shows a similar pattern, appearing in 24.8% of responses while earning recommendations in 14.5%. That gap matters because a buyer may see the brand, but the AI system is not advancing it as a top option. Visibility without recommendation credit can create the appearance of market presence while competitors capture the shortlist. Rank 1 frequency is the sharpest separator in the benchmark. American Home Shield's 31.8% rank 1 rate is more than double the next closest competitor. Liberty Home Guard ranks first in 10.6% of observations. Every other brand ranks first in fewer than 6%. That ordering matters because the first recommendation in an AI-generated shortlist receives disproportionate attention. Sentiment adds another layer. Cinch Home Services has the highest net sentiment score, while Choice Home Warranty and Select Home Warranty carry lower scores of 0.664 and 0.601. The benchmark frames sentiment as a source framing signal, not a traditional customer satisfaction score. The pricing and cost research cluster is especially important. It carries the highest buyer stage multiplier, 1.5, because these prompts happen near the final decision. American Home Shield, Liberty Home Guard, and Cinch Home Services all perform strongly there, giving them influence at the point where buyers are closest to choosing. The report is careful about causation. It does not prove direct citation causation from specific sources in the public data set, but the pattern is consistent with a category where AI systems draw from review platforms, editorial comparison content, official brand pages, community discussions, and other public evidence. That matters for operators. Paid media does not automatically create AI recommendation credit. AI systems need enough credible, retrievable, positively framed evidence to justify recommending a brand. The full 10-cluster benchmark estimates total modeled monthly AI opportunity value for home warranties at approximately $39 million. That is a directional estimate, not revenue, pipeline, quote volume, or guaranteed ROI, but it shows the scale of buyer decisions influenced by AI-generated recommendations. The leadership takeaway is that home warranties are experiencing shortlist compression. A few brands are capturing the dominant recommendation stage visibility, while others remain present but under-recommended. Teams should monitor prompt-level performance, separate mentions from valid recommendations, and strengthen the citation architecture behind high-intent prompts. That means improving comparison coverage, review presence, authoritative-owned content, and the public evidence layer that AI systems can retrieve. For leaders in home warranties, the strategic question is where your brand is being recommended, where competitors are being recommended instead, and which sources are shaping that outcome.